Welcome to Life's Questions, the podcast fueled by curiosity and wonder. I'm your host, Charity Youngblood, and I am so excited that you are here with me today. Let's get started with today's question. What is the alternative to setting New Year's resolutions? What is the alternative to setting New Year's resolutions? So depending on when you're listening to this episode, I'm actually recording this and releasing this in December. So it's right around the time where people start to think about their New Year's resolutions. And I mentioned this on an episode last week. There are a lot of resources and tools that I've garnered over the years that really help me change my life and get to the point that I am at today, where I am in a phenomenal place emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. And I want to share those resources and tools with you so that you are able to make some changes in your life, micro actions, baby steps, very small, changes that will really add up over time. And so one of the aspects that really changed my life is this idea of an alternative to New Year's resolutions. And I don't really remember where the idea came from, but it was basically this understanding that in December, we have, Christmas, we have holiday parties, we have all these places where we are eating things we ain't got no business eating. We are we're going out. If you're about that life, I'm not going out to nothing at this point in my life. But the point is, our schedules are different, right? We're probably interacting more. We're just doing a lot of things to celebrate this really awesome time. On top of that, the weather is colder, the temperatures drop. You kind of want to spend time snuggled up. Your motivation is less and less. So there's just a whole list of aspects that kind of affect your motivation and your goals. And so the first of the year is the worst possible time to be like, yep, all right, let me just put this train in motion. After you've kind of been, doing all these things that shift maybe your routines and, so I just thought that concept was really interesting. And so what I actually started doing a few years back is just slowly entering the new year. So I don't make New Year's resolutions, but what I do is I just kind of let myself warm up to the spring, right? So January, I take the whole month off of any commitments. Usually I'm offline. I'm offline all the time now. So again, I'm in a different season in my life, but the point is I basically just kind of almost like a slow ramp up. And in the spring, no particular date. It's not like, super pressure, but there's a point where it just feels like I want to do a little more. I maybe want to go outside and take a few longer walks. Maybe there's some, goals little things that I want to start implementing. So it's basically this concept of instead of starting the first of the year with all this momentum and all this motivation that is very hard to find after a month of all the things that I was talking about before, the alternative is to not do that. So that's the alternative, to not do that and to just ramp up slowly. One of the things that I really realized as I was going through my own, self-discovery journey is we have these tools and resources to support our lives. If it's making you feel a certain type of way, as inadequate, small, like you can't keep up with all the different things, it's time to look at new tools and resources. Because there's no reason that you need to be down on yourself, feeling like you need to be at a certain place in your life. You are exactly where you are meant to be. You are doing your best, just like we all are. So hopefully that alternative is helpful for you as you're exploring this question in whatever way works best for you. Make sure you do it in curiosity, not judgment. As always, thank you so much for listening. Please rate and review this podcast wherever you are listening to my words. And if this episode was helpful for you, please share it. And until next time, take care.